The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
So imagine you've got to put an insurance claim in, right?
Yeah.
And
a lot of forms and stuff.
and they want to find
Got
out
to take photos.
what happened, and you've got to make sure that you're being very comprehensive. And the thing you've got to write down is a boat landed on my car.
And my car's a Mercedes. It's
A boat, and then so the people will be reading the form going, a boat landed.
But boats go in the water and cars go on the land.
I could understand a car landing on a boat.
Yes.
So a car comes off a jetty.
Yes.
Lands on a boat.
Yes, that makes sense.
But how would one see a boat landing on a car? So this is how it happened. The driver of a Mercedes was lucky to avoid any injuries because it was just parked on the side of the road. But it was the boat was at a Fremantle storage facility on Sunday. The boat was being moved at the Blue HQ storage facility on Muse Road.
Yeah, it's just near little creatures. Yeah,
when it crashed through a fence, flattening a parked car's bonnet, and there's literally a boat on top of a car.
And I reckon if you, that's a bad scenario, and you think, I hope the car's not a good one. And then you go, oh, it's a Mercedes. Damn it.
No.
Damn it.
But I do really think sort of sometimes it's funny, sucked in.
To the Mercedes owner.
You know what I mean?
Who's just innocently parking their car.
You're walking around like you own a Mercedes. Let's not get it twisted.
Nathan.
What?
Boats aren't cheap. That was a big boat too.
You know what? I actually sucked into both of them. I sucked in to both of them. I hope you. I hope there was a treasure chest in the trunk that got ruined as well.
Exploded.
Oh, that is an unusual motor vehicle accident.
No, that's true.
Incident.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, yeah. We'd like to talk about these.
Yeah.
If you want to give us a call, 13 24 10.
And that when you had to write it down for the insurance company, you went, oh God, this sounds weird.
Yeah.
It does sound weird.
Yeah. So whether you got insurance for it or not.
Yes, that's right.
We just want to know. Is there something that was really, really strange that happened to your vehicle?
Whether you're in it or not.
Yeah, sometimes you were like, wait, that's not right. That's not right. Cars going in pools. That's not right. Cars going in pools. And then
that happens too much.
If a luxury car goes in the pool, sucked in. You know why? Sucked into the little rich pool owner. Sucked into the rich car owner.
You really hate rich people, don't you?
Well, you know what I mean. Just stop having stuff I want.
Nathan, you can afford it. Don't worry about it. You just haven't gotten around to getting it.
Got no follow through.
All right, 13 24 10.
Yeah, luckily we're going to give somebody $150 to spend at Autobahn Mechanical. That's right, Autobahn
on your
Mechanical.
Damaged car.
Yeah, can stay cool this summer with an aircon regas for just $169 plus a free safety inspection.
Nice.
You can Google Autobahn to book. But it's 2023. Come and play with us.
Yeah, that's right. All we want to know is, have you had one of those vehicle accidents where you go, oh, that was a bit weird? It's not your regular just rear ender.
Yeah.
Something more dramatic than that. Hit us up.
Good morning, Justine.
Good morning.
Hey,
Hi,
mate.
Justine. What happened?
So I had mine and my partner's cars both insured under my name.
Yeah.
I'd had my car probably a month, so it's pretty much brand new.
Yeah.
So he went out one morning, parked his car. Our house is on a little bit of a hill, so he parked his car on the lawn. And my neighbour come knocking on my door, frantic. She's like, "You've just had a car accident." I was like, "What? Nobody's in any car. We're both inside, just having breakfast." And his car had rolled down the hill straight into my pretty much brand new car and smashed up the whole side. So I had to call the insurance company.
Oh, my God.
And they're both in my name, so I had to claim against myself.
Oh, did you leave a note on the car to yourself?
With
One of
no
my cars
drivers.
rented the other car.
Wait, how does one claim against themselves? Was that an interesting
Did it go
process?
to court?
Well, she laughed at me, so it was great. And we got it all on CCTV as well. So I said, I can give you video, but she was like, no, that's okay.
So, okay, I've never thought of someone having to claim insurance against themselves. So it'd be the same thing as if you drove your car into your house. You would claim
Kinda,
car
yeah.
insurance against your house insurance against you.
So, did that mean you had to pay 2 excesses?
No, I think we just paid one because one was at fault, but I had to pay them for myself.
Right.
Were you not talking to yourself for a while?
Well, it wasn't really my fault.
I know, it wasn't even you. It was was him.
Yep.
Okay, that is so
And
funny.
always put the handbrake on.
Yeah, that's right. It's not that hard, is it?
Taking out insurance against yourself.
Good on you. Thanks, Justine. Daniel, hello.
Yeah, how are you?
Hey, good day.
buddy. What happened?
My daughter gave me the heads up, actually. She said to me one time we're on the freeway, she said, Dad, cars. And I thought looked around and said, yeah, honey, we're in a busy freeway. Yeah, there is lots of cars. But when I've looked, say, yeah, honey, I've looked to my left and literally seen cars slamming each other at first and thought, oh, crap. So I've tried to look forward. Obviously, you've got to look where you're going.
Yes.
But trying to, it's almost like you've been told not to look, but you just cannot help seeing what's going on that side. So I'm trying to sort of brake, make sure everything's good in front of me, trying to look left what's going on, and basically cars just slammed us from every angle, pushed us, your concrete walls.
Yes.
Like, into one of them, and basically it was almost like I'm on the brakes, but it just would not stop. I reckon I could pick up speed, if anything, and I'm just sort of on the brake, pushing, the daughter's screaming, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on? So by the time we stopped, we were okay, besides my daughter's traumatic.
Yeah, that's right.
But, obviously a few other people weren't. They got worse off because the truck was in the middle. He pushed us, or everybody, and he obviously just couldn't stop or, had an episode or whatever happened. But, yeah, it just pretty full on to be dragged along the side of the freeway and just I wanted to jump out, but I couldn't leave my daughter, so all I could do is put my foot on the brake and just hold on. So
Sometimes, Daniel, you got to teach your daughter how to fend for herself.
yeah. Bail, get out now.
You know what I mean? You're just going to hope that you raised her right and hope she's got the tools to deal with the situation at hand.
Hey, Dad,
I love it, Nathan. I love it.
When you're feeling like the insurance forms and stuff, like you usually have to try and pinpoint who's at fault. But did you have any idea who started all of that?
I don't. To be honest, we didn't hear much. Our insurance just covered it anyway. We didn't hear much of who was at fault. But I think they said something about, I think the guy had an episode. I don't know which car it was. It might have been the truck, I'm presuming, because the truck just kept going. Like, it wouldn't stop. So obviously, just to get out of there is a good thing.
Yeah,
well, a couple of lessons in that story. Number one is I know that they're your daughter and they're your child, but, I mean, if you've got to get to safety, I mean...
Yeah. And also, she could be a bit more specific when she's... don't just yell
that's
cars.
That's the thing. If you're on the freeway and there's something happening, don't
like
just
two.
say cars. It's like if there's a plane coming, don't look up at the sky and yell clouds.
Thanks, Dad.
Tell us exactly what's happening. I do remember when I first got my Suzuki Vitara back in the day when I was a bit more active, and we took it to Esperance, right?
A bit more active.
So took it to Esperance and we went on the sand dunes, use the four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
and
that's exciting.
Yeah, and we were sandboarding. And it was a very exciting time. And then we were told that what you need for your sandboard is you need to rub it over with wax, and candles will do. So I had a whole bunch of candles. So we had a wonderful day out there, and I had the candles in the glove box. And then by the end of the day, the candles had all melted in the glove box. So I just had a glove box full of hot wax that I was trying to cup out.
But it worked for hair removal as well.
Anyway, so back then, when you're younger, you don't really care about addressing an issue at the time.
No.
So I didn't care about it. And then by the next day, what happens with hot wax when it gets cold? It sets.
Yeah, that's right. It does.
So I just had a glove box full of candle wax. That was hard to get out.
Yep. That's what we're talking about. Unusual things that have happened to your car. Yvonne, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Great, Yvonne. What happened?
Oh, well, it was a bit embarrassing, actually, but I jumped into my car in my driveway, went to go shopping. I reversed out, and the neighbour directly across the road, she decided to reverse out, and we both hit each other.
So you
reversed into each other in the middle of the road.
Into one another.
Did you?
Yeah, in the middle of the road. How embarrassing.
Right.
and I guess
two boots together.
You're both at fault there, I take it. Insurance.
Yeah, that's what the insurance said, and so also cost me.
Hang on, Nathan's iPad's going nuts.
Did someone say something that was close to Siri then?
Would you like to hear more?
No, we wouldn't. We'd actually like to listen to Yvonne.
Pipe down, Siri.
Thousand apologies.
Okay, back to you, Yvonne.
Yeah, hi.
Nathan, Nat and Siri, apparently.
She knows more than Sean, so, Did it do a lot of damage?
Just the back bumper. It's an insurance job and cost me $500, the excess.
Yeah, the excess. And also
of course.
pride.
Yeah. But a bonding experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're both red cars.
You couldn't have been more visible.
You know
to
what?
one
So
another.
obviously we know what speed was a factor because red cars go
They
faster.
do go too fast, don't they? Thanks, Yvonne. Melinda, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Good,
Melinda.
Melinda. What happened?
Yeah, so a few years ago, my mum had an incident behind the wheel.
Yeah.
And anyway, it happened outside a hospital in Victoria. And she's wiped out 7 cars during this incident. So she got taken to the hospital where the accident happened because that was obviously the
'Cause she was
closest
there.
hospital.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And anyway, it just so happened that one of the specialists that she had to see, one of the cars belonged to him.
Anyway, so Mum's dead now because he refused to see her.
Well, actually, he'd actually bought this car a week earlier, and it was a brand new Range Rover, so it would have been quite expensive.
Yes.
And anyway, when she was feeling a bit better in hospital, he actually asked her if that was her that had killed his car.
Yes.
And she said, oh, yes, I suppose it was, actually.
Yes.
That's an awkward conversation.
Well, I mean, she's not going anywhere, so he's got plenty of time to get her details.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, yes, I know.
Your mum's there in traction. She ain't going nowhere.
That's mortifying. Thanks, Melinda. Casey, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Great,
good,
Casey.
Casey.
Okay, what happened?
There was a girl that I worked with, and she and her friends went camping up north, and they were all in four-wheel drives, and they planned to camp on the beach. And that night they arrived, and they set up all the camping gear. Some people were sleeping in tents on the beach, and some had to sleep in the four-wheel drives. And when they woke up in the morning, they hadn't taken into account the ocean coming in and covering the beach, and some of the four-wheel drives are floating out in the ocean, and they were still sleeping inside.
Come on, tides. Hello.
I tell you what, though. I mean, I know you know beach fishing. That's a good catch that day.
Yeah, if you're catching four-wheel drives.
No, you know what I mean. Like, if once the ocean takes it, is it anyone's?
Oh yeah, that's the law of the sea.
It's the law of the sea.
Yeah.
It's maritime law.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you go and get your rod and hook yourself
Yeah.
a rangy.
Yeah, you catch it fair and square. That's the way it works.
Look at it, I've got a four-seater.
You're going to need a super sopper to a ShamWow's going to sort it out.
Hey, that's what tides go out.
That's what's known as a rookie mistake,
Yeah.
Casey. Thank you.
Okay, some interesting ones there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go right back to the start.
Yeah, I think so.
Yvonne.
No, Justine.
Justine. Her partner didn't put the handbrake on her car. Both cars were in her name. Her car rolled into her car.
She had to
she had to
explain
take
that.
insurance out on herself. Interesting stuff. $150 to spend at Auto Bar Mechanic will go on help.
All yours, Justine. Well done.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Let's talk about holidays.
Yeah, let's talk about holidays, Nathan. We just had 6 weeks off.
Yeah, we did. Shaun, 6 weeks, 2 days.
Now, normally I go away and do something, exotic. Like
Extravagant.
go and travel, go
And then she comes
cycling
back and
around
just
Cambodia or something.
rubs our
ridiculous.
face in it like a dog that's weed on the carpet.
This time, I do not have anything to show, but I did give myself a Christmas present.
Oh.
Do you do that? Do you give yourself a Christmas present?
Did I? Yes. Well, a belated one. I bought a brand new TV.
Oh,
But we'll
there
get
was
stuck into that.
So
You know
much
what?
wrong with your last one.
There is no time to get into that. That's a whole nother break.
Okay.
Because it's pretty important. We'll talk about that another day. Go.
Do you want to know what I gave myself for Christmas?
Yes.
I
What? Oh, am I going to be
Got-
jealous? Wait there, sorry. Am I going to be jealous?
don't think so.
Okay. So it's something vagina-y. Is it close? Oh, geez. Did we pop it on down to adult shop? Did you go to the car battery section? Get yourself a jackhammer?
No, sorry. So my mind went to different places than you.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. I gave myself the gift
Oh.
of surgery.
Oh.
I know.
Did
Not
you get your testicles
vagina.
removed? Now you can see your vagina. That's great.
Well, not incorrect.
They used to hang over it like a curtain.
I am testicle free, that is true.
Oh!
But I always was. You'll be pleased
2023,
to
no
know.
balls. I love it.
2023 testicle free.
Have no ball.
That's the motto. No, I got bigger boobs. No.
No, that's actually impossible. Because there wouldn't be any room for me in the studio. You've been gifted. God looked down and went, you know what? Bless you, child. Have hers.
Okay, serious. We're being serious. This is serious talk. I made a very important decision for my life.
Okay.
And I got a gastric sleeve.
What happens? Wait, the thing with your stomach?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. One of our friends here at work has had it done.
Yes.
So I had it done 5 weeks. Only 5 weeks. 5 weeks today.
Amazing.
Since I had it done.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's great.
It is a lot of... coordination at this stage because you can't just go back to eating normally. You have to, even normal food, you have to go back, you have to step it in gradually.
I mean, it's like trying to pack 30 kilos into a cabin luggage.
No, it's not even the amount.
Yeah.
It's the sort of food. So you have to, you start off only having pureed, like liquids. First it's clear liquids while you're in hospital. Then it's like things like soup.
Yes.
A lot of soup. And then it's things like pureed food and steamed white fish.
God.
Now I'm up to mince.
Mince? Oh, mince on toast?
No toast. No, toast isn't for a while.
So just mince, savoury mince? A bit of a savoury
mince, like a bolognese sauce with some vegetables in it.
Mince.
That's what we have.
And from my understanding of a gastric sleeve, that's what, 2 tablespoons? And it's just like, oh, I'm full.
I bought a packet of mince, cut it in half and cooked it up.
Oh.
And that's 4 or 5 days worth of dinners. But then my dinners are done for 4 days. Yeah. It's amazing.
But it must be amazing to then feel full. My question is...
That's it.
What does it do for your energy? You know what I mean? Because your stomach is full. Yes, you can't fit any more in. But what does it do energy-wise?
Well, you do have to take a multivitamin for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So to make sure that you get your nutrition. And also, I take extra protein, in protein... Like this, you add protein to your drinks.
Yeah.
So you've got to drink lots of fluid and you've got to have extra protein, you've got to have extra fibre, and then you gradually increase the sorts of foods that you can eat. Like next week, I can have chicken.
Wow. What is it?
Pretty exciting.
So what is it, just a foot? Just the beak?
Just a tiny... No, that's too much texture. I'm not up to the beak yet.
Would a nugget be too much? About the size of a nut?
But no crumbing. No, probably it's about half a cup.
About half a cup of chicken. Mm-hmm. Half a cup of chicken.
But
you know what?
Mixed with other things,
I think it's great. And you're right. If you go to the trouble of getting this done, you do have to follow all the steps properly.
And not everybody does. Like I know people that it hasn't succeeded for. So it's not the magical cure-all. You have to work really hard.
I know someone that had a gastric sleeve and then they didn't do everything.
Yes.
And I swear to God, that sleeve has stretched so much I could do a hula with it.
That's right. So
you can wrap that sleeve around a 4-wheel drive now.
And the other thing this is what really destroys me is that you can't eat and drink at the same time. So you can't drink.
Yes.
Within 30 minutes either side of eating. And eating takes a while because you can't just shove stuff in. You have to eat really slowly and chew everything down to like nothing. And so I literally set timers for 30 minutes after I've eaten till I can drink again because you don't want it flushing the food through. You want to feel full. Yeah, because that's the miracle of it.
Interesting. So your food bill must be nothing.
That's right. I have absolutely combated the cost of living crisis by hardly eating anything.
Oh, my God.
Fully recommend.
And the days that we bring in Marlene's bacon savouries, I mean, they're gone.
It'll just be a nibble.
Natalie just has like a little cube of bacon.
Yeah, and you have to prioritise protein over everything else.
Yeah.
So, yes, absolutely, the bacon first.
I think that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
So, yeah.
I think it's great.
It's not, I don't recommend it as a fun thing to do on your holiday.
No,
but to be fair, I never felt any pain.
Yeah.
And it's major surgery.
Yes, yeah.
But I felt really good. I've obviously got a really good surgeon who did such an amazing job, and their pain management, extraordinary. So good.
Fantastic. I think it's great.
I know. That's my 2023. Upwards and onwards.
And the great thing is, if anyone's thinking of getting this done, we can have some updates with Natalie and see how you're going, and then you can work it out if it's for you or not.
Happy to answer questions at all.
Perfect.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
So I had a wonderful Christmas break. I went to Dunsborough.
Lovely.
Such a great place.
I'm glad you went somewhere, Nathan, because the planning or non-planning of where you were going to go for Christmas, It was intense.
It was intense.
And
because
everybody
here's the
was
deal.
invested.
It was
we
everyone.
wanted you to go somewhere nice.
Yeah, we did. And we were going to go overseas because,
Yes.
you know, like everyone wanted to go overseas. But then we realised, well, Mum's got to get her hip done, right?
Right.
So there's no point really going overseas and spending, like,
Because you can't walk very
flights are
far.
so expensive
Yeah,
at the
they are.
moment.
They're
It's
nuts.
insane. So, yeah, spending all that money and then Mum just going to be sitting in a hotel room. What's the point? So I said to Mum, you get your hip sorted this year and then at the end of
Yes,
2023,
and then
we'll go on the big
dancing.
blowout.
Yes.
Oh, mate. Can dancing on an Alaskan Alp.
Okay, sure, why not?
It'd be amazing. So we decided very last minute to go to Dunsborough because we were going to go to Bali, and we thought, no. So I ended up snagging a house that was on a golf course.
Oh, yeah. I
Which
know what
is
you
so
mean.
great. So anyway, beautiful house. And we would sit up on the balcony, on the second floor balcony, and we'd watch people. And the house was literally 10 or 15 metres away from the 10th tee off. So we'd just watch people tee off, and then
Yeah.
you'd clap if they were good.
Yes.
And then, you know, so everyone was getting involved and we're having a great time and chatting with people. Anyway, Mum absolutely loved it. She loves
Well, she
watching
didn't have to walk
things.
anywhere.
Yeah, she loves watching things. She's one of those, you know, when women hit a certain age where they go, oh, I love people watching.
Oh, okay.
You know, the people watching women when they just, like, you know, sit on a bench and watch people go by and... Anyway,
And then watch
Mum's
them come
there.
back again.
Mum's in the thick of that. So, you know, so people watching and doing things. Oh, she was just
Doing
loving it.
things, you say?
Yeah, doing things. 4 days in a row she sat out there. 4 days. 4 days in a row she sat
Could
out there.
she not get up? Or
Just sitting there drinking
was she
tea,
stuck?
having food, you know.
Right. Oh, she didn't come in at night?
By the way, she's listening right now. She's going to be enraged that and Mum, I promise I'm not going to post this, but I am going to show Natalie, Harry and Amy, Ruby and Ellie.
And anybody else who comes in.
And it'll possibly be on camera. But I'm not posting it.
No, because Sam posts things.
I'm not
It'll be
posting
Sam posting it.
Oh, God, she's going to be so angry. Anyway, so Marlene was out in the elements for a little bit and she got sunburned.
No, Marlene's smart enough that she would surely put Factor 50 on every morning.
No.
Marlene, come on.
She didn't, Natalie. And also because it wasn't too hot or
Doesn't matter.
sunny. You know, I know.
Doesn't matter.
But it was, you know what I mean?
She's old enough to know better.
Yeah, she is. She is. Very young, old enough.
Well, I mean,
I'm just trying
15
to
is
butter
old
her
enough
up.
to
I'm just
know
trying to butter her
better.
up. So anyway, so she got a bit sunburned. She says it's not sunburn. She says it's windburn. And I said to Marlene, windburn requires wind.
Yeah.
And there was a napkin on the table that didn't move. So if there's a napkin doesn't move, I don't think there's enough wind to create windburn.
And if you're sitting outside all day and not putting sunscreen on, I guarantee it's sunburn.
Yeah, and you know what? And also, like, windburn. I mean, if she gets windburn... Oh, my God, she's texting me. No camera either.
Let's
The
see.
nose.
didn't get
I
that
said to her,
message.
if you get windburn from the wind that was in Dunsborough, don't turn a pedestal fan on because it'll blow your
Yes.
face off.
That's right. Like, is that a really red filter or?
Yeah. So she's really red, and see what's happened
and
as well is she's gotten
swollen.
so sunburned that her face is swollen
Like
up.
she can hardly see.
She can hardly see, her eyes are shut.
And her neck. Look how red her neck is.
Everything was swollen. Her cheeks are swollen. I'll just make sure the camera can get a really good.
Oh.
Don't post this. There we go. I've shone it enough so that he can post it.
No, not yet.
All right. So anyway, so
That's bad, Marlene. That's bad.
now there's so that's bad, right? So I had to go to the chemist and like get some
And get
cortisone
what?
cream and everything, like, you know
And
what I mean?
all
Cortisone
the
cream,
aloe vera in the
aloe
world.
vera spray mists and
Yes.
random things for Mum's face. And there was an
So that's
unforeseen complication though, because Mum's so you still got the sunburn, but because
That's
Mum's sunburn was so bad and you could see her face was swollen.
Luckily, you're so sympathetic
her
to your
cheeks
mother.
got so swollen that the inside of her mouth, the cheeks got so swollen that she, when she was eating, she kept on chewing the sides of her cheeks. So she couldn't eat properly.
So then they were like
She was
mince.
She was like eating good. She was chewing on the inside of her cheeks.
I just think we laughed at Ellie's mum falling over on the travelator. All of a sudden, Di seems quite normal.
Mum, Mum's ringing me right now, and I'm gonna.
No, you can't. We don't have enough of a beep.
I'm gonna beat. You better not swear. Okay, you don't swear. Don't swear. You're on air.
I know I'm in air, and I'm just letting everyone know that you are a little bit of dead meat when you get off air.
Dead meat like the inside of your cheeks?
Go on, tell Natalie it's windburn. Tell Natalie it's windburn.
It was windburn because I was under shade all the time.
They still get sunburnt in the shade. Are you serious,
No,
Marlene?
it
You're
was
supposed to know
windburn. I
this.
know
Put
the difference
sunscreen
between
on.
It was
Furious
bloody
with
windburn.
you.
Mum, did how was chewing the inside of your cheek? So that was painful, wasn't it?
What do you taste like?
Well, that was, but it was even harder to talk.
Mum, smells like fish, tastes like chicken. It's weird. Oh, that sounds
Thanks,
terrible.
Marlene.
All right, love you, Mum.
Stop smelling your mum.
You fishy mum. So I would
What do you
like
want to
know.
talk about?
Yeah, I think we want to talk about unforeseen complications.
Yes.
So something's happened, but you never thought that. Oh my god!
Yes.
So like,
that
Mum
wasn't
got,
even the worst of it.
So Mum got sunburn.
That was bad.
But then she didn't realise that her cheeks would swell up so much that she would be chewing the inside of her cheek, so she couldn't eat. So there was one problem, and then another problem was added on to that existing problem.
Yeah.
We want to know if this has happened to you. It can be an injury. It could be something that happened in your house or your car. It could be, we're going to give somebody... Oh, Natalie, you're going to love this. A gin masterclass.
Oh, hello.
And a chef's feed me lunch for two at Old Young's Distillery in Swan Valley.
They're great. Apparently the chef there is unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. That is so good. And the gin there.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you.
Okay.
It's good.
For a selection of wineries, fresh produce, family fun and natural beauty, the Swan Valley has it all. Plan your visit at swanvalley.com.au, supported by Destination Perth. So we're talking about unforeseen complications, all right?
So something happened, but that was bad enough.
Yeah.
But then there was this complication. That's what we want to talk about. Good morning to Marlene Morris, mother of Nathan, who got a little bit sunburnt over the Christmas break.
She says it's windburn.
Regardless, she was burnt.
Whatever burn,
She
it
was
looks
burnt
like
so badly.
A building exploded in her face.
Her face, her eyes, she could hardly see because her face was so swollen.
It was so bad. And the unforeseen complication, because so firstly you've got the sunburn, which is
and that's bad.
But then the other thing that happened was her cheeks swelled up so much that she was, when she went to eat, she was chewing the inside of her cheeks.
It's like steak tartare in there. It's not good. We want to know what the complication was for you. Julie, hello.
Hi, guys. How you going?
Oh, good, Julie.
Great, Jules. Talk us through it. What happened?
Yeah, so it wasn't the sun that burned me, but it was a tanning booth that caused my injury. So it happened about 10 years ago. I was getting married, and we don't get a lot of sun in Ireland, so I wanted a natural glow for my wedding. I didn't want my face tan to go wrong, so I decided to do a couple of tan booths. And this one day I went in. It had been running for a long time prior to my appointment and was extremely hot. So,
like a George Foreman grill, was it?
Yes. So they do have this cooling fan that is supposed to work to cool you down, but it pumped out nothing but hot air, and I got so overheated I fainted and hit the deck. But when I did, I was in the tiny little booth, so I broke my ankle. I didn't know it was broken. But I screamed out when I finally came to, and the girls couldn't get in because I was wedged against the door naked. We had quite, so I had to, they threw me over a towel, and I had to try and claw my way up the wall, holding on to whatever I could to stand up, and managed to get out and get dressed, and then they had to call my mum to come and take me to the emergency department, where I found out I broke my ankle. So
just in time for your wedding.
Just before my wedding, I got the boot off, so I was actually able to walk down the aisle. So, yeah, I was quite lucky.
Oh, my God, Julie.
That is a series of tragic things happening to you all at once.
Yes, it wasn't fun, I can tell you. But, it's a story that I live to tell.
Julie, I've always wanted to know, because this is my nightmare, something happening to me, I'm naked lying on the ground, and then needing to... What's that like, the realisation that you're naked on the ground and need help?
Oh, well, I was behind the closed door, so it wasn't too bad. But, and I knew there was only girls outside. But, it's not really a comfortable position to be in, to be honest.
It's not. Yeah. That's why I always carry around the doodle flannel.
At all times? He's got one now.
All times. Just in case all else fails, all my clothes come off, I just strategically place flannel over you dudes. Oh, shut up, Harry.
Oh,
the
Harry
doodle flannel's bigger than that.
Tiny flannel.
Harry.
Thank you, Julie. Kayla, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, Kayla. What happened and what was the complication?
So it wasn't me, but it was my mother-in-law. My mother and father-in-law were up north fishing. They brought their whole bag of fish in and whatnot, so they were getting ready to dock their boat. And my father-in-law was grabbing the car and the trailer, and so my mother-in-law was holding onto the boat with the jetty, like the boat rope and everything, and there was no wind or anything like that, and my father-in-law comes back and someone else is holding the boat, and mother-in-law's holding her hand and whatnot. So what's happened is a bit of wind has come through and hit her hand against the boat and the jetty. And he was like, okay, that's not too bad. And next thing you know, she's held her hand up, and the complication was it's amputated her finger, and the fish has already taken her finger.
And the what with her finger?
So it's amputated her finger completely, and it dropped into the ocean.
That is horrendous.
Oh, why are you laughing so much, you monster?
I mean, like, so you know when people dive in to get a wedding ring?
Yeah.
Like, did someone dive in and find her finger?
Or did you see the fish taken immediately?
Yeah, it was immediately taken.
So the fish took the finger.
Yep.
And just took off.
Yep. The finger is now fish food.
Can I just say the amount of humans that have had a fish in them, and now for once a fish that has a
and it wasn't even a shark,
has a human in it.
No, just a snapper.
Yeah.
Just legit living up to its name of being a snapper.
Which finger?
Great question.
It was actually her ring finger, so it was down to the second knuckle.
Was she trying to get out of the marriage or something, and this is the extreme she went to?
No, she's definitely happy within her marriage. It was, just one of those freak
really
accidents with the unforeseen circumstances that came behind it.
I don't think there's many people that can tell the tale that a fish took off with my finger. You know what I mean?
It would be limited pool.
That there'd be many of those stories out there. That's brilliant.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.